My name's Adam. I'm a volunteer host here at Protohaven, and Protohaven is a community makerspace, and what that means is that we have a bunch of very expensive, sophisticated, and powerful manufacturing tools that are here in our space that any member of our organization can come and learn to use and eventually use to make their own projects. So this area is our studio, and it has a bunch of different areas in it. This is our graphics area, which has a large format printer, vinyl cutter, heat press, as well as other smaller tools for making custom graphics and other sorts of printed materials. Over here, speaking of printing, this is our 3D printing area.
Cool.
We have a 3D printer, a resin 3D printer, and then a 3D scanner, as well as modeling software that people can use to make the models that they need and then send them to the printer and print them up.
Okay.
Sometimes there are examples of projects here. I don't see any of them right at the moment, except for this. This is an example of a 3D printed object. And that's, you can see that this is made of layers of plastic kind of laid down by these machines after the design is sent over. This way, we have our electronics area. This is kind of a full electronics assembly and workshop area. As you can see, we have a bunch of different tools available for people to use, both in terms of the large-scale tools that we have for manufacturing as well as the small hand tools. Basically, with a few additions, you can do most kinds of projects here in the shop of a variety of types.
Cool.
In the back here, you can see our textiles area. Our textiles area has both kind of consumer grade and industrial grade sewing machines, sergers, and heavy-duty sewing machines used for leather and other denim, that sort of thing. And then this is one of our more popular areas. This is our laser section, and these are kind of the prize machines of the shop. They get used quite often, and they're used to cut thin pieces of cardboard or MDF or plywood or acrylic or a number of other materials in complex shapes. So again, people can design something, send it over to the machine will do all the cutting for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this the same machine? The borough manager told me that he came here for an event. It was a few weeks ago, and they cut out like a big W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's either this machine or our CNC machine, which I'll show you through this way.
Okay.
In addition to the machines themselves, we also have a lot of the software that you need to use those machines, the Adobe Suite, Corel Suites, and then a variety of other software that helps these machines run.
Okay.
And here's our wood shop. We have a full-service wood shop. This is our basic wood shop area. Our large table saws, dueling table saws. This is our milling and lathe area back here. And this is our large bed CNC. CNC stands for computer numeric control. That's what a lot of the machines in our shop are. And like the laser cutter and the vinyl cutter and the CNC embroidery machine, etc., this is a large bed CNC machine where you can send a design over. You can make a 2D or 3D design, send it over to the machine, and then the machine will actually cut all of the design out for you from a sheet of plywood or a certain thickness of board, etc. This is a router, so it spins around. It's a cutting blade, spins around very quickly and moves around and mills out all of the stuff that you would need, or that mills out the whole design for you.
Okay. So I guess that thing right there? Okay.
Yeah, so that thing moves around the bed. You can see an example of, this is actually what's called our spoil board, and this is just some leftover stuff from an earlier project, but you can see the way that the machine would move around and cut these things out, almost like an Etch-a-Sketch.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Over this way, This is the kind of central corridor of our shop.
Okay.
The large metalworking and welding areas here to my left. This has a variety of hand tools and power tools for metalwork, including sheet metal and bar metal work. We have machines that will cut, bend, help you weld, and in addition, we have, like our large CNC machine for wood. It's our air pump.
Okay. I was wondering.
So like we have our large CNC machine for wood, we also have a large CNC machine for metal. It's a plasma cutter, but uses the same principles, moves around, and will actually cut through about eighth inch to quarter-inch thick steel.
Wow.
It's really cool.
Yeah. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, this is our plastics and composites area. We have a vacuum forming machine and an injection molder that we're working on bringing online. Here we have our powder coating booth.
Okay.
Powder coating is used to seal paint onto a type of paint onto metal and other objects using electrostatic charge and heat. So people can coat their items here and then bring them into the large powder coating oven, fire it up, bake that paint on. It's very hard coating once it's all finished.
Okay, so that's so that it wouldn't like come off.
Yeah, so like those cabinets back there, for example, that black cabinet, that's powder coated. That's why it's hard to chip the paint off of those kinds of cabinets.
Okay, because I have a question. All right, now because Kennywood just had the new steel roller coaster, the steel curtain. So like, let's say for like the steel curtain, they would have it powder coated, because I noticed that like the roller coasters, even like after so many years, it doesn't look like the paint chips off.
Yeah,
as much as it probably should.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether it's powder coating or another process like that. With such large objects, you need a very large powder coating oven, but it would be conceivable that you could do that. I'm not sure what they use specifically for that kind of stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, that's the idea. Is like it bakes the paint into it. So.
Okay, cool.
Here's our milling area. So this is our machining area. So lots of pretty high-tech, pretty sophisticated machine tools used to mill out metal parts. And then over through this way, I'll show you along the wall here in this little corridor. These are all storage for members and for different projects. There's floor storage, there's cage storage, and a bunch of other things.
Okay.
And then in the back here, we have a blacksmithing studio.
Okay.
So we have a small forge, but this forge runs on propane. It's large enough to make decorative blacksmithing pieces as well as knives and other sorts of things. This is actually in our loading dock, and the loading dock is also available to our members if they need to have something shipped here that needs to come on a truck or on a pallet or something like that. We can receive those kinds of shipments for them.
Okay. Awesome.
The last thing I'll show you
Thank you.
is our jewelry area. And this is our jewelry area. It's being set up right now by some of our volunteers, and this is a good opportunity to talk about like how Protohaven runs. So Protohaven is almost entirely volunteer run. Our executive director is Devin Montgomery, and the rest of the staff is all volunteer. So I'm here today as a volunteer host, and there are other volunteers who are responsible for different areas of the shop, cleaning and maintaining and teaching people how to use those machines. All of our instructors are, both serve as, many of our instructors serve both as area leads and as instructors. And our members do a lot to help keep the shop running, both through being members and contributing to the shop financially, as well as reporting different issues with machines as they encounter them, serving as a kind of ad hoc maintenance crew. And that's actually a great way to learn how all of this stuff works, is to help fix it and repair it and improve it. So, do you have any other questions, any stuff I can answer for you?
No, this was perfect.
Great.
Yeah, this was absolutely perfect. Thank you so much.
No problem, man.